Hey guys, so today I'm going to be making a Trigger Fist weapon tier list, and I have nothing more to say. So with that, I'm just going to get straight to the tier list, starting off with the AK-74U, and it's it's a really good weapon. I think it's an S tier gun, in my opinion. Um, the the ammo capacity that comes with this gun is very good. That's a 45 round uh default mag, and with banana clips it gets 9 extra rounds with a 54 round mag. That 54 round mag, that is a lot for an SMG. Um, and it also has 270 reserve ammo by default, 360 reserve ammo with deep pockets. So yeah, the ammo capacity is very good with this gun. And what's the trade-off of this gun? Nothing. There's barely any trade-offs. The damage is really high on this gun. It can two-shot people at close range and even at mid ranges sometimes. The rate of fire is pretty good. The rate of fire is really fast for how much damage this gun can dish out. Um, and also, but the range is very bad on this gun. At long ranges, at long ranges, you are gonna need 6 and even 7 or 8 bullets sometimes to kill someone at long ranges. But I guess the accuracy makes up for it. The gun is decently accurate, but I strongly advise you stick to close quarters and mid range engagements with this gun because the range on it is just trash. It's just bad. The MP5. I'm gonna put it in B tier because although this gun has fantastic stats, B tier damage, A tier fire rate, B tier range, B tier accuracy. And the reason why it's in B tier for me is because of its ammo situation. This gun has extremely low ammo. It has a 35, not 35. It has a 30 round mag by default, and 36 with banana clips. But it only has 180 reserve ammo by default, and only 240 with deep pockets, which I guess is a decent amount. But but you know, it's just not enough for how fast the fire rate is on this gun. So yeah, although this gun has very good stats, good damage, good fire rate, like I said, um, the ammo buries it for me. It just has its ammo capacity is just too low for it to be in A or to be in S or even A tier, in my opinion. But next up, we got the Uzi. And speaking of A tier, I'm gonna put this gun in A tier because it's just a good gun. I really don't have much to say about it. Um, good stats. Its ammo capacity is actually really high, which I guess is why I put it in A tier because it has a 40 round mag by default and a 48 round mag with banana clips, and it also has a lot of reserve ammo with 320 with deep pockets, with 320 reserve ammo with deep pockets. So yeah, its ammo's very good, and stats are also pretty decent. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about the gun. So moving on to the UMP, I'm probably gonna put this gun in at the bottom of A tier, and that's because of 2 reasons. One, the fire rate. The fire rate is really slow, and although the damage, the range, and the accuracy are really freaking good, the accuracy can get you in some trouble at close quarters engagements. Um, and two, the ammo. It arguably has lower arguably it does have lower ammo capacity than the MP5. It only has 150 reserve ammo by default, and only 200 with deep pockets. I don't even need to explain how low that reserve ammo is. And, and with a 25 round mag, you are it's rare for you to go on some very long kill streaks with this gun. Although the stats, aside from fire rate, are very good, like the MP5, it's just the ammo just it just buries it. It prevents it from being an S tier weapon or even a higher weapon in A tier. Uh yeah, that's really all I have to say about the UMP. The A12, excuse me, the AA12, not the A12, the AA12. It's B tier. The shotguns in this game overall are not that good. And although this is is it no, no, yeah. It's the best shotgun in the game in my opinion. But it still isn't great. Obviously, in close range, it is a beast. It deals really high damage at close range. It also has the fastest fire rate out of all the shotguns in the game. So yeah, that has to be worth something. But it's a shotgun, so the range is gonna be absolute garbage. And the accuracy, well, it's a shotgun, so it's obviously gonna have very low accuracy. But the ammo just sucks on this gun. I think it only holds 8 rounds. I think it only holds 8 rounds by default, even though it has a drum mag, as you can see on the image right there. That's always been one of the funniest things to me. It only holds 8 rounds by default and 10 with banana clips. Even though it has a drum mag, you think it would hold 25 shells or something. No, it just doesn't. It's so funny to me. It's just so. It's just hilarious. I don't really have more to say about this gun. Moving on to the P90. And I think it's better than the AK-74U in S tier. Uh, this gun is a beast at close range. Its damage and fire rate are through the roof. Well, maybe not its damage, but the fire rate. But the fire rate is so fast that it makes the damage on this gun look insane. This thing is, like I said, it's such a beast at close quarters, and even at mid range, it seems to be a really effective gun. But at long ranges, I mean, just don't even bother trying to challenge people with this gun at long ranges, because the range and accuracy on this gun is just really bad. I strongly advise, like the AK-74U, I strongly advise you stick to mid and close quarter engagements with this gun. But it also has the highest ammo capacity out of all these scouts weapons too. So yeah, that has to be worth something, right? But next up we have the AK-74 AK-74U. Oh my goodness. Oh my, I can't believe I said that. The AK-47. Um, I'm gonna put it in A tier. Because it's just it's just good. As it just had, it's an AR. It's gonna have really pretty decent ammo. The damage is really high. Um, the rate of fire is pretty good, like the AK-74U. Uh, well, unlike it, the AK-74U, the the range is really good, is pretty good on this gun, but the accuracy isn't. The range and accuracy are the complete opposite of the AK-74U's range and accuracy. They're swapped. The AK-47's range is ranked as a B, but its accuracy is ranked as a C, while the AK-74U's range is ranked as a C, but its accuracy is ranged as a B. Kind of, well, it's not poetic, but you know, isn't that a coincidence? But yeah, this gun is just good. Yeah, this gun is just good. Next up we got the M4. Ooh, I am gonna put this gun at S tier. I said it once and I'll say it again. This thing is a literal laser beam. It is so accurate. It it is such an accurate gun. The damage and fire rate are really high. It's kind of like the P90 in some ways. You know, damage and range, not range. Well, I guess the range too, and fire rate. You know, are pretty good. Especially the fire rate. The fire rate's not just pretty good; it's really good. Um, yeah, that's all I have to say about the M4. I guess it can run out of ammo pretty quickly because of its fire rate. But if you have deep pockets, that's not going to be an issue at all. It just won't be. But next up we got the M16, and I'm gonna put this gun in S tier at the top of S tier. Um, you know, I said it once and I'll say it again. Um, every time I get killed by this gun, it always feels like I'm getting killed by a long range slug shotgun. This, this gun is overpowered. This gun is overpowered. It's just ridiculous. The range is atrociously good. The, the accuracy, it's also a laser beam like the M4. The rate of fire, despite it being ranked as a B, if you repeatedly press the red circle, its rate of fire actually becomes, I don't know, an S maybe. Its damage is also very good. It has the potential to one burst people at long ranges. Long ranges. This gun is just pretty much a 3 round burst long range shotgun. That's what it feels like every single time I get killed. Like I said, that's what it feels like every single time I get killed by this thing. Like I said, but yeah, this gun's just overpowered. I have nothing more to say. The M1014, it's a C tier. It has the lowest ammo capacity of all the shotguns in the game, and the reload without magician is very slow. Yeah, I really don't have much to say about this gun. It's just bad. Oh, speaking of bad, the Scar H. Yeah, going from the worst weapon in the game so far, or probably in the entire game, honestly, to one of the best guns in the game, in my opinion. Um, it doesn't matter if it has extremely low ammo, because the stats are just so good that it completely overlaps its cons, like the ammo. The damage is so high on this thing. And the range is also super good. So you could just three tab people at long ranges. Oh yeah, did I mention that this gun is fully automatic with a B tier fire rate and B tier accuracy? I don't need to say more. It's just too good. Every time when you use this gun, you're almost guaranteed to go on a 10 to at least go on a 10 kill streak one time per game. Oh, the Beowulf. I have I have the Beowulf, but I haven't actually made a video on this gun yet. I'm planning to, but yeah, I just haven't made a video on this gun yet. But I'm gonna put it in A tier because it requires a bit too much precision in a game filled with just fully automatic weapons. But the damage, obviously, it's a sniper. The damage is super high. The fire rate is super slow, like I said, because it's a sniper. Of course, the fire is gonna be very low. Um, and the range and accuracy. I don't want to have to say it again, but it's a sniper. The range and accuracy are gonna be very good. Um, but yeah, the Beowulf all. The Beowulf overall is just a very strong gun, and if you know what you're doing with this gun, you can really go on some very high kill games. The RPD. Oh my goodness, I love this gun. This is probably my favorite gun in the entire game. Maybe. I don't know. I might like the M4 just a little bit more than the RPD, but it is an S tier. The damage, obviously it's really high. It's probably the best. It's probably the best LMG at close range in the game. Um, fire rate's pretty good. The accuracy is very low, but the range is pretty good. It's kind of like it's kind of like the AK-47, but just with more ammo. So it's gonna be way better. The M249, or as it's called in real life, the M249 Saw. Um, I'm probably gonna put it at the bottom of S tier because the fire rate is really fast on this gun, and the range and accuracy are really good as well. In fact, I think the range and accuracy are better than the range and accuracy on the RPD, but the damage is just a bit lower. But it has a lot more ammo than the RPD. But still not saying much. The RPDs, I might put it just one spot below the RPD. Because I don't know. There's just something about the RPD that just makes it better than the 249 M249. The R700. It's a C tier again. It's a C tier shotgun. I really don't have much to say about this gun. It's just a shotgun. Good ammo capacity. Slow reload. Yeah, I really don't have anything to say about this gun. Moving on to the M60. Um, the LMGs kind of have been the hardest guns to rank so far. Is it? I think. Is it better than the RPD? Oh wait, I got the RPD, not the M60. I think it has to be, right? It's better. It's better. It's way better at long range than the RPD, and it also has more ammo while also having the same exact damage output. Although the rate of fire is a lot slower, it can still mill people at long ranges, at close ranges too. It's just good at this gun is just amazing at all ranges. No, yeah, it is better than the RPD. In fact, I'm gonna put it just a couple spots higher, maybe higher than the Scar. Yeah. Yeah, the more I think about it, the better I think the M60 is. The MG36 is up next, and it's probably A tier. It's, and in my opinion, it's probably the worst LMG. It is still really good though. It's still a good gun. Um, it has good damage. The fire rate is a tad slow though. But the range and accuracy, especially the accuracy, its accuracy is ranked as an A, are really good. So this is just a pretty much just a long range exclusive, a long to mid to long range gun, exclusive gun. Because at close range, it just, it's still decent at close range, but compared to the RPD or even the M249, it just can't compete at close range. The minigun, it's a blatant S tier weapon. It's supposed to be an S tier weapon, and it is. Highest ammo capacity in the entire game. With deep pockets, it gets 1,200 reserve ammo. You guys already know this. Um, um, despite it being, well, the minigun, it could really just delete people across the map still. With a blazing fast fire rate, and it's a pretty good damage as well. It's just the best gun in the game. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, the pistols. Oh my goodness. The Beretta D has 20 rounds per mag, but it's a pistol. It's super weak and super inaccurate, and the range is non-existent. Same with the USP. Even though its damage is higher, I really don't see a difference between the Beretta and the USP's damage output. I really don't. The Raffica, also a D. Desert Eagle, though, is probably a B. Better than the AA-12 in my... No. Yeah, the Desert Eagle is probably better than, oh my goodness, I'm gargling on my speech so much, man. But yeah, I think the Desert Eagle is probably a lot better than those three pistols, just because its damage is, I mean, its damage is just through the roof. It could two-shot people at close range, and I think it could also three-shot people at mid-range as well. So yeah, even though it has although it does have although its mag size is a lot smaller than those three pistols at D tier. Now I actually haven't unlocked the Glock 18 or 44 Magnum yet, so I'm probably gonna add a tier, called the don't know tier, because, well, I haven't unlocked these pistols yet, so don't really have any thoughts on them. But that's it for the tier list, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you happen to enjoy the video, like and subscribe to my channel. And I have nothing more to say, so with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good rest of your day. Bye bye.